the thousands in attendance and millions watching around the world, please welcome your host, the one and only Big Blue Jabroni! Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Big Blue Jabroni here, and what I'm going to be talking about today is I'm going to be defending the Leonard Williams trade. The trade that every day on Twitter gets ripped and says Dave Gettlemens an idiot, this was the worst thing he's ever done, Leonard Williams is no good, we could have had a third round pick. Well, I did some research and I looked at what Dave Gettleman has taken in the third round, and I believe we all kind of agree that he's really good at drafting and he's really has built this team up much better than Jerry Reese has over the last couple of years. But these are the third round picks that he has taken. He took Matt Peart this year, who most people expect to not see the field at all this year. The year before, he took Sam Beal in the supplemental draft. He's obviously has not worked out quite as well as we'd want to. He missed his entire rookie year to injury and then only saw the field a little bit towards the end of last year, and it's not like he really blew anyone away. He took Ozzie Jimenez also in this draft, a player that when he's on the field you can't really tell. He seems pretty invisible. The year before that, he took Lorenzo Carter, who we all hope can one day show to be a breakout player, and we're really hoping that he shows himself, but so far really hasn't done that. Also, B.J. Hill, another defensive lineman who I do not believe to be as good as Leonard Williams. And then if you go back to his time in Carolina, he took Deshaun Hall in 2017, 2016, Daryl Worley, and then the year before, 2015, they didn't have one, and then in 2014, they took Trey Turner. I looked this all up on Pro Football Focus. I looked all these guys up. Ain't none of these guys nearly as talented and as good as Leonard Williams. I do understand a lot of people are quite upset with how much money we're paying him, but it's not like the Giants really have many players on the team right now that we're worried about trying to re-sign at the end of this year. Saquon Barkley we still have under control for a little bit. Obviously, Daniel Jones is going to be on the rookie deal for quite a while. And if we traded for him and he only played all right for us last year, and then this next year he's not all that great either, then you know what? We wash our hands of him and we just call it a day. But to think that whatever player we would have taken in the third round would have been a franchise changer is just not true. Even for a guy who drafts very well, he hasn't really gotten a ton of talent out of that third round. If you want to count this as a third round pick, then this is the best third round pick he's ever made in his career. Leonard Williams obviously last year only had a half a sack, not really a ton of production, but he did have some of the most QB hurries and hits out of the defensive tackle position. His second year in the league, he was a Pro Bowler, and now this year, being that he's playing for a contract, you should expect to see a very hungry and determined Leonard Williams, who's going to hopefully prove this trade to be a steal in the future. I really don't believe that anyone we could have gotten in the third round this year. I know it would have been more or less like a late second round pick because we would have been picking fairly close to the top. I don't think we really would have gotten a guy at the talent level of Leonard Williams. If he can be deserving of a big contract and really play really well this year, then all of a sudden this trade's going to look like a steal. But once again, let me just go over this list for you again like I did earlier. Who on this list are you taking above Leonard Williams? Sam Beal, Ozzie Jimenez, Lorenzo Carter, B.J. Hill, Deshaun Hall, Daryl Worley, and Trey Turner. Once again, no household names here. None of these guys are ever going to be worthy of a franchise tag like Leonard Williams was. I do understand that partially the reason why he probably got franchise tagged is because the Giants didn't want him to walk, and then it really kind of looks like a little bit of a waste of a pick. But if we can develop him and turn him into a top tier talent, like when he was coming out of the draft, everyone was convinced he was going to be the best player in the draft. If we can get that type of player for a third round pick, I don't understand why he gets so much hate on it. Yeah, he's probably getting paid maybe a little bit too much this year, but it also helps out the Giants to where if he doesn't perform, we can get rid of him. You waste a third round pick on a guy who only plays a year and a half. I mean, it's not going to make or break you. If Lorenzo Carter or B.J. Hill were off the team at the end of next year, would anyone be surprised if they didn't really step up? So, once again, the Leonard Williams trade is not nearly as bad as all you guys think. If this kid can prove Dave Gettleman right, this trade could look like an absolute steal. I do believe Leonard Williams is going to be much improved this year. I don't expect him to get like double-digit sacks or have an Aaron Donald type year, or I don't expect him to get like Chris Jones money if he does hit the market. But to think that this guy is an absolute trash can and that any third-round pick we could have taken would be better than Leonard Williams is just silly. I think Dave Gettleman has done some things where he could be criticized. The Alex Ogletree is the one that I think of the most. Kareem Martin, Antoine Bethea. I mean, his free agency has not nearly been as good as his drafting. But even his drafting in the third round, like I said, it's not like he's been tremendous. It's not like he's gotten superstars out of that position. So absolutely worth the chance when you think about the other players that he has taken in that third round. But let me know what you think, or if you think, or explain to me why Leonard Williams is not as good as any third-round pick we could have gotten. Thanks for checking out the video. Leave a comment, a like, and I'll see you on Sunday. Jabroni out.